I had to stay quiet for that one because I still can't drink. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Slightly Off Topic Podcast. It is I, Demonic, with the homie Mario.
What's up, y'all?
All right, so not to try to give away too much into your personal life. But this first story that we have kind of opens up your mind a little bit to the possibilities of the reality of the world.
How so?
If somebody breaks into your dwelling, your domain, your castle.
Yes. My casa.
What do you do?
What do I personally do?
What do you do? What, like, have you thought about it? Have you gone through the scenarios in your head?
Of course. Yeah, you're laying there in bed and you're just going over like, what should I do? Right. So if I hear someone breaking in, well, I have dogs, so no one's breaking in through the backyard or side yard without me finding out.
Chihuahuas. And yes, I'm
German
thinking
Shepherds.
Oh, okay, I was thinking Chihuahuas, because
Mexican.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense. But yeah.
German Shepherds.
Yeah.
Pure?
One's a husky mix, one's a pure.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
Is it the big German Shepherd or the medium-sized German Shepherd?
So the female is a big German Shepherd.
Oh, okay.
She's, I think, like 100 some odd pounds.
Damn.
Yeah, she's big.
Damn.
She's massive. So no one's breaking in on the side. The only way you're breaking into my house is going to be through the front door, to the front windows. And and they all got alarms, so I'm going to hear them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as soon as they open, they don't open without something going off.
Okay.
And so my first thought is
real quick, sorry to interrupt. Are they alarms that blare, or is it an alarm that sends to your phone?
Both.
Okay.
It'll give so the sensor in the living room, or the whatever you want to call it in the living room, start to like loud ass fucking beeping. Okay. And then my phone and my wife's phone will start going off. Like, hey, and on our phone it'll say which room and what window's open, and so yeah, just depends which room they're going in from. Then my first instinct is to get everybody out into one room, preferably the bathroom. Right. And then because there's no way in, only one way out, which is the other window through the backyard. And again, you're gonna have to get to my dogs, right? If you want to get out there, get us. Are
they stranger friendly or no? No, they're not.
They're not stranger friendly at all.
Don't pet Mario's dogs.
Yes, please don't. They're not friendly. Like if you're a little kid, they're friendly, so that's good. But I still don't risk it. I keep them. I still keep them away when I have like kids over or whatever. Like my nieces and nephews come.
Just in case.
I put them away just in case.
All right. So you gather everybody, hopefully into a restroom. Then what do?
Well, I home alone it. I set traps.
So
how much prep time do I got?
You're gonna have time to set a whole ass booby trap and everything like that?
No, so we don't have any firearms. My wife doesn't like guns at all.
Or does he? You guys don't know. Don't bring it to his house.
Yeah, we're protected. We're not. So, but yeah, it's like we got baseball bats. We have the typical things like that. Okay. Kitchen knives.
So do you have anything at the ready, like bedside?
A baseball bat, the metal one.
Do you have? I was gonna say, like, do you negan it, like with barbed wire,
No, just a regular baseball bat, but just the metal one. I don't know anything special, but it's not a special bat, just a regular old bat.
All right.
Yeah.
So then you just you go at it, home alone it, booby traps.
I get shot is what happens. Somebody breaks in, I get shot.
No, what happens is you call me, and then I go over there. 15 minutes late and, well, maybe 20
You'll
because...
still probably show up before the cops.
I probably will.
So what I should do is, because I'm in the bathroom, I just take some shampoo and just, like, throw it on the ground. That way they, as soon as they approach the door, they're slipping. And I'm laughing.
You're laughing, but then next thing you know, he's like, oh, I have your 2 boxes of the magic.
No.
With the...
I gotta risk my life.
Yeah,
I'm getting out of...
with that ring. Yeah. So now you have the soap on the floor. If you guys didn't know, Mario is a big Magic the Gathering player. And
I enjoy it a lot.
And there's go ahead, tell them what's popping up.
Oh, so currently in the Magic world, there is the new Lord of the Rings set just came out. There's a card in there, the serialized card of 001 out of 001. Of the card called The One Ring, and because it's Lord of the Rings themed, of course. And so knowing that it's a there's only one copy with 001 out of 001, and it's being dropped off in one random box somewhere around the world, but it's only going to be available in collector boosters.
And right now it's worth $2 million.
Yep, as it stands.
Or it's not, so if you find it, email it to us or send it to us and we'll give you a cash money prize, all right?
Yeah, $2 million for this card.
Don't say
so
that.
Far.
I was gonna give him $15.
You don't know. No one's. Yeah.
They don't know that. They don't watch anything else. They just watch this podcast.
Here's the thing. No one that doesn't know is going to spend that kind of money on that box right now. Because the prices on those boxes currently are way above normal. So you're not a casual guy who's just about to drop a few $100s on a chance.
Right. So these guys break into your house with the sole purpose of collecting those 2 boxes with that maybe ring inside of it, and you just shampooed your whole area of getting in.
So how am I gonna get out?
Are you gonna slip and slide all the way to them to try to grab your box?
I think I'll have to,
and that's dedication right there.
The sharpest thing in my bathroom is like the razors. I'm gonna go up there, cut up some ankles.
You're gonna once they're nice and done, the cops are coming. They're gonna be freshly shaved.
They're gonna be the smoothest criminals.
All right. So what I've already played through this scenario millions of times in my head, and the one thing I don't like about my apartment is that there is a patio door next to my front door, and it's glass.
Oh, yeah.
So, and to me, it's like, okay, I understand, I get it, but does your front door have a security door or no?
Yes.
Okay, same as mine, and that door stays locked no matter what. Like, that's a security door for a reason. So, as soon as I go out, it's locked. As soon as I go back inside, it's locked. My house is always locked, like 24/7, basically. The one thing I don't like is that right next to that door is a sliding glass door. And if somebody wanted to break in, they have a really easy time just smashing through that.
It's one kick.
Yeah, so I'm like,
knocks it off the rail.
Yeah, so that layer of security is defeated by just literally all you gotta do is like turn, and there's a big ass window right there, that you can easily fit, I don't know, like 5-10 people in one time rushing in. Jesus. But I already played through this scenario in my head, and our rooms are strategically placed to where our room is the furthest. It's basically our apartment is like, it's just basically an I shape, like the door coming in, the living room, the kitchen, master, go in through the hallway, and it's bedroom 1, well, technically bedroom 2, bedroom 3, and then the restroom right there. Right, so it's just basically like you go in and it's just like an I shape,
Yeah,
you know
like a long hallway.
Yeah, there you go. So our room, we don't stay in the master bedroom. We stay all the way towards the end. So if somebody breaks in, that gives me a line of sight straight to, like, I just gotta do is just look out. I'll look this way. I just gotta do is just look out straight through the bedroom door, and I can see everything.
Right.
All right. And I am a big Second Amendment person, so I have a pistol right there.
So the question is, it's not if you'd use a gun; it's which firearm are you using. You don't only have one.
Exactly. But for right now, I'm
allegedly.
Allegedly, we don't know that. Right now, I have a pistol. I have a pistol bedside because that's the one that I have the most range time with. So that's the one that I feel the most comfortable using.
Yeah.
Preferably, I recently bought a...
You're going to hit the thing you want to hit.
Yeah. Hopefully, without them moving out of the way. I also have a shotgun that I recently purchased that, sadly, so far I have not had any range time. And I want to take it to the range so bad because, like, I'm so excited to use it. But I don't have that one as a home defense because I haven't shot it yet. So I don't know how it works. I don't know if it's going to jam up the first time. I need to see what kind of shells I got to feed through it. Basically, like, this whole routine of, like, being comfortable with it.
Well, not to mention, it's kind of like a spray and pray situation.
Yes.
The range isn't great, but it's wide.
Right. So basically, if you use birdshot, yes, it's wide. It's basically like it shoots wide. Depending on who you are, birdshot just basically peppers you. Like, you're going to have BBs in you. You're going to walk out of there. Right? If you break into my house, you're not walking out of there.
Yeah.
Like, you're not. Let's just be honest. And also, with the shotgun, you really don't want to use a slug either, because if you miss that, and we live in an apartment, so if you miss, that slug is going through walls.
For sure.
So it's like a hit and miss on what I have. So on my
I think Bill Burr had a joke about that where he shoots like a 45 or a big old slug or something through a refrigerator door.
Yeah.
Goes through the neighbor's house, drops the engine. Because it's such a big. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Then that's something you don't want to do, because every single bullet that leaves your gun, you're responsible for.
Oh yeah.
So doesn't matter if you're trying to preserve your life,
gun
save your life, or whatever.
For nerds.
Right. Exactly. Number one of gun safety is always have fun. So I have a pistol because That's just the one I'm more comfortable with, and plus I have a light on that pistol, you know, so I easily identify target. Like if I needed, it has settings where like you click it on and like it's a constant. Click it double. So click it on one side. It's a quick like flash of light, so I can see who's there.
That follows rule number 2 of firearm safety,
which is
look cool.
Boom. There you go. Right.
Have fun.
Look cool.
Is the safety on?
The one that I have has no safety. So, shit. What else?
Allegedly.
What was I saying? So it has a light in it. So basically, one tap is a momentary light, so I can just see, right. 2 taps on both sides of the switch makes it stay on constant. 2 taps makes it strobe.
Ooh.
Yeah, so basically if I wanted to blind you, like, and that light's hella bright, so if I wanted to blind you, you know, like with the strobe, like you can't see basically, you know. So yeah, my thing is like if I hear a bump in the night, basically grab the gun, walk out of my room. Right there is my children's room right next to mine. Grab their door, close it, and basically walk out. You know, like keep on walking. Or my wife, if she gets up in time, will go either grab the kids and take them into like our room or take them into the restroom, because also restroom, you know, like one way in.
I imagine just everybody in your house, each of you guys had your own firearm, and like the girls come out with like a little BB or something.
This is why I tell my wife I need a shower gun,
little tiny gat.
I need a shower. So technically, allegedly,
there may or may not be
my oldest daughter, or technically already has her first gun. Even though it's not really hers, because, you know, she's 3 years old and she can't use it.
Yeah.
But it's basically a little 22 that I want to get her once she's able to understand firearm safety, you know, and like,
of course,
and, you know, be comfortable using it. That's I'm going to introduce
like 4.
her. Yeah, maybe. I want to introduce her slowly, you know, into firearms by basically using that 22, and it's a little tiny 22, and it's hella cute. But yeah, no, that's my go-to thing. My go-to thing is I have a gun right there. Yeah, if you don't break into my house, because you're not.
Yeah, mine neither, please.
Yeah, not don't break into any of our houses, but definitely don't break into mine if you value your life. If you don't value your life, still don't break into mine, because I don't want to clean it up. All right?
Yeah, unless you want shaved legs, don't come into my house.
Nice shaved legs, a nice whatchamacallit, what's that, shaved face, I don't know. Anyway, so this little story about our home defenses is because of the first story. Mario, go ahead.
APnews.com reports Illinois man charged after telling police he shot himself in leg during dream about home intruder. A suburban Chicago man is facing firearm charges after he told officers he accidentally shot himself in the leg while dreaming that an intruder was breaking into his home, police say. Deputies who found the 62-year-old man with a gunshot wound to one of his legs applied a tourniquet to the limb because he was losing a significant amount of blood before being hospitalized, police said.
Well, at least, so it's the deputies who did it. The deputies applied a tourniquet. So they're here deputies who found applied it. Okay, so yeah, they applied it. I was gonna say at least he has a first aid kit with a tourniquet, you know, to be able to like bandage up the holes. Yeah, but no, it wasn't even him. Okay, go ahead.
It says the man told investigators he had a dream that someone was breaking into his home, and during the dream he retrieved his .357 Magnum revolver and shot at who he believed was the intruder, police said. When he fired, he shot himself and apparently woke up from the dream, police said Tuesday in a news release. Says a warrant was issued June 9th for the man on charges of possession of a firearm without a valid FOID card and reckless discharge of a firearm. Both felonies, police said. He was arrested Monday and released after posting bond and is scheduled for a June 29 court status hearing, police said. It's not looking good.
You've had those realistic dreams, right? Where you wake up, like, especially the one true dream where like you fall and like you twitch and you wake up, right? This took it to the extreme, allegedly.
Right.
Took it to the extreme where he thought he was being home intruded, but it was his leg, apparently the main suspect, and he shot himself.
Like, how believable do you think that is?
First of all, I don't believe it at all.
He had to be up. He was doing something else. He was cleaning his gun or something, and it went off accidentally, and he just didn't want to be that embarrassed.
Right, exactly. Because it's just, I don't see it.
It's a dream. Why would you be aiming at your leg? Like you're aiming away.
Exactly. I don't see it. Like, it's just okay. Like, I get it. You sleep with a gun under your pillow and all that, but then just to go get it and then be like, oh, I hear somebody. Better not come closer to me. Bah. You
Yeah.
know, like this story does not make no sense at all. All right, he obviously had a negligent discharge as he was, like you said, probably cleaning his gun, even maybe toying around with his gun.
Yeah.
You know,
He's about doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing.
Yeah, 62-year-old guy. Like, it's just, this story makes no sense at all. Ooh, what is this?
I mean, he's older, but he's not that old that he should be like that irresponsible with the firearm.
I don't know.
He's not 80.
Maybe because he says right here that he didn't properly have the license for it. So maybe he just recently acquired it, you know, because through the back door alleys and stuff like that, you know, he probably recently acquired one and he's like, cool, what do I do? Boom.
Yeah.
Because with the revolvers, you have a revolver is double action, single action. Basically, what it means is like if you have a double action, is you pull the trigger, right? So the trigger, when you pull the trigger on a double stage, so I'm gonna do it this way so you guys can see. On a double stage, the hammer is all the way back, is all the way forward. So a double stage trigger is like when you pull it, it starts going back, fire.
On its own.
Not on its own. It's like, you know, when you...
No, but what I mean is you don't have to manually pull back the hammer.
Exactly. That's all. You can do that now on a single stage. So like a single double. The double is just basically... The double is the revolver's safety. The only reason I say safety, because technically it's not safety, but it's just a very heavy trigger pull. So you can't accidentally pull the trigger.
Oh, I see.
If you cock the hammer back, now it's a single stage, and that is like a hairpin trigger.
Yeah.
It is very light. Like if you sneeze,
you'll drop it.
Yeah, if you sneeze, it's gonna go off. Like amazing trigger. I know because I have a revolver. So yeah, like basic. And the only way to, if you have live ammunition in it, and you pull the hammer back, the only way that gun's ready to go. Like it's gonna go off. Like you can't drop the hammer without pulling the trigger.
Really?
Yeah, you can't drop it. You can't.
You can't take it back.
You can't take it back. This is a sketchy part about revolvers, that the only way to drop the hammer safely is you got to hold on to the hammer. Are you ready for this? Pull the trigger.
And without letting go of the hammer.
Without letting go of the hammer. Then you slowly release the hammer and you basically like let the hammer just go back home, basically, you know.
Oh,
that's literally the only way how to decock the revolver. And it's sketchy as hell. Like that shit's scary right there. So
you don't want to cock that on accident.
Right. So maybe this is what he was doing, and like he didn't know it. Like he just didn't know it, and shot himself in the leg, and he's like, "Oh no, I was asleep."
Yeah, because if he's asleep, I can imagine like if he's sleeping and like he just has the gun on his side like this, right? Like this is a gun, has it on his side on his lap or something, and then like shit happens and he goes and shoots himself. You know what? Then why are you falling asleep with your gun? Like
right.
He had to have had it in his hand already.
Right.
Because there's no way. I don't believe that he woke up, not woke up, like what do they call it? Sleepwalked his way to his gun, and then
he's like
aimed it at his leg and shot.
Opens up the cylinder. He's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shooter. Cock it, go back like that, and like no. It just maybe I kind of buy your theory a little bit more. You might be right about that whole he fell asleep with a gun, but he probably fell asleep with a loaded gun that the hammer was cocked back already.
Yeah,
because like I said, like if you guys shot a revolver and you shot it the double stage, the single like the double, you know how heavy that is not a light trigger pull. Like you need a. It's not extremely bad either, but a normal handgun roughly has between a 4 to an 8 pound trigger pull. Revolvers have the one that I have at least, it has almost a 12 to 13.
Oh wow,
pound trigger pull. Yeah, so. But that's on the 2 stage. Wow. If you do it cock back, like a crisp like 2 pound.
Jesus.
I need to take you to the range. You
sounds
gotta
like
see.
fun.
So he lived. He
made it.
He has a boo-boo. He made it. Now, one of my greatest fears in life is to be buried alive.
Oh yeah.
That's scary.
I can't even imagine that.
Like I've seen Mr. Beast did it. A lot of
it happens in movies and I start sweating.
Yeah, in movies they've done it. Who else did it? There was this show on TV a while ago where the magician guy did it also.
Oh yeah, a ton of magicians have done that now, and it's just every time for some reason still scares the shit out of me.
Because like I start feeling claustrophobic because you're basically inside this little thing, right? You know, and like there was this other movie. Was it Kill Bill?
Kill Bill, where she punches her way out.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not gonna lie. For the longest time, I kind of tried practicing that, and like, but I would go so light. I'm like, I don't want to hurt myself. I'm like, oh, these are barely manicured, pedicured, whatever you call it. Literally, that's the noise I make right there. So, I remember there was also a story about back then. This part of the world would tie strings with the little bell.
Oh, you're referring to the phrase "Saved by the Bell."
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yes. So that's what they would do also, to like make sure that they
were actually dead.
Yeah, exactly. And there was also some of them that basically put a tube down to the casket, and like if you were alive, you just basically holler out, that you're alive. That's scary because that's back then when I guess this shit happened. If you were in a coma and they're like, you're dead, and then you get buried, and then they're like, no, I'm alive.
I mean, you're fucked if you wake up, but I mean, there's no food, no water, so you'll be dead in a couple days anyways. You'll run out of air.
That's definitely true.
Imagine if that was the trigger that woke you up out of the coma, though. Imagine that, like running out of air.
There's also some parts of the world that they put a cage. They put the casket in a cage and then cover the cage.
Oh yeah, because they're scared of vampires.
Exactly.
And just in case the zombie apocalypse is real.
Right. So this is what I'm talking about. This Sky News. Ready for this, Mario? Woman who was declared dead knocks on her coffin at her funeral.
Oy.
So she was declared dead.
See, so this shit is real. This does happen.
Yes, it does, because this isn't the first time I've heard about this story right here. Now,
I mean, it's one thing to happen in the olden days, because medicine was still a new thing.
Right.
But fuck this year. This year.
You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Superman this shit. Right, where my powers become so low that I basically have a heartbeat once every 10 years, and like that's to conserve my energy or whatever. Why
would you want to prolong your suffering?
That's what Superman did. I used to have a comic book where it was like it was a metal. It was a
yeah, but Superman's getting out of that coffin. You're not getting out of that coffin. Why would you want to prolong your suffering?
Shut up.
No one's gonna come and check. Well, once you're buried, that's it. No one's gonna come and check. There's no Saved by the Bell anymore.
Gets me out of child support.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna breathe even harder, kill myself like that. I can't believe I just did that.
We're probably gonna zoom into you right there. No. The Ecuadorian government is now investigating the hospital where former nurse Bella Montoya had been treated before her wake. It says right here, funerals are more often than not a sad and somber affair where grieving people say goodbye to a much-loved friend or relative who has died. However, a wake in Ecuador took an unexpected turn when a woman who has been declared dead started knocking on her coffin to reveal she was still alive. The bizarre incident in the city of Babahoyo.
I don't know.
Either one of those right there has prompted a government investigation into the hospital where Bella Montoya was treated. Miss Montoya, a 76-year-old former nurse, was lifted out of her coffin and rushed back to hospital after the unfinished funeral on Friday. Her relieved but shocked son, Gilberto Barba, said, quote, "It gave us all a fright." He added, "There were about 20 of us here. After about 5 hours of the wake, the coffin started to make sounds. My mom was wrapped in sheets and hitting the coffin, and when we approached, we could see that she was breathing heavily."
Ooh, she was probably suffocating in there.
Right. Mr. Barbara said doctors... Is Barbara, right?
Barbera?
Barbera?
Barbera? Because they're Brazilian.
Mr. Barbera... I said it wrong originally in the first part.
Ecuadorian.
How would you say it?
Barbera?
That literally sounded the same way, but not
Barbera.
Loud. Mr. Barbera said the doctors have told him his mother's situation remains dire. Miss Montoya was in intensive care at the Martin Isla? Icasa? Something like that. Hospital in that same region on Monday while the ministry investigates the doctors involved in her case, Ecuador's health ministry said. A technical committee has also been formed to review how the hospital issues death certificates, the ministry added.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, so...
She's living the dream, the nightmare.
That's a nightmare, dude. Like, that's scary. Like, okay, first of all, we're happy she's alive.
Yes, thank goodness she's still with us.
Thank you for the man upstairs for, you know, letting her have the strength to knock in her own coffin, you know, to wake, make sure everybody knows that she's still alive.
Yeah.
You know, but all right.
Like if that happened to me, like a small part of me would still think I was like dead. Right. Like, oh man, this is what being dead must feel like. Like I'm just sitting here watching my own
You just get up and you walk around and you're like trying to poke everybody. You're like, oh, ooh, I'm a ghost. Ooh.
I know, right? Like come out. I'm going to the ladies' locker room because I'm dead and a ghost.
That's the first thing you do. Yeah. You're like, everybody's grieving. You like walk out and you're like, and out of nowhere, apparently your funeral services has a women's locker room for whatever reason.
I'm gonna be buried at a gym. So.
At a gym. Oh my god. So. Just all seriousness aside, like, can you get a refund back?
I think you just have to. I don't think they'll give you your money back, but it's a credit to a future funeral.
Would you give them a credit to a future funeral?
Well, I mean, you can sell the coffin if you want.
I mean, it's no
who's
technically
gonna want a used coffin.
But is it really used? It's not used.
You were laying in it. That's used.
Don't you test out beds by laying on them, and then is that considered a used bed?
Yeah, but you don't buy the one on the show floor.
What if they ran out of the other models and they only had to display?
That's a personal decision whether or not you want the floor model. The actual from the floor.
That's true. But it's a slightly used coffin.
A slightly used coffin, yeah.
That you can probably get at a discount.
You could. But why would you sell it? I mean, you paid full price. Just keep it. It's not like you're not going to use it one day.
But then, right there...
It's value to you in your living room today as it will be in 5 years.
In your living room, you have a constant reminder that you're going to die.
Why would you keep it in the living room?
Because they're in Ecuador. They probably don't have garages.
Oh, fine. A backyard, a side yard.
You're assuming they have yards.
A closet. You're assuming they don't.
I'm assuming they don't. It's Ecuador.
What do you know about Ecuador?
Their Ecuadorians come from there.
That's pretty good.
And people named Edgar.
That's more than I know about Ecuador.
You go. Damn, so like, dude, this is at least they were there. You know, and at least
it happened during the wake and not after she was buried.
Or even that, like, because usually there's a viewing, and then
well, that's the wake.
Okay, yeah, but okay. Usually, don't some of them like go to view it, and then straight after they go to the funeral, right? To like go bury, right? So I know there's some that you go and view the body and then wait a few days and then go bury.
Typically, that's what that has been my experience with funerals, where you'll get like 3 days to go look at the body,
right?
And then pay your respects, and then those are the days leading up to the funeral. Like if you're burying somebody on Saturday, on Wednesday they go on display.
Oh, okay, you gotta do display up here. They can't see you.
Display.
So now imagine what I'm meant to say is like the viewing is over, the wake is over, and they left, and she's right there knocking, and you're in a confined coffin in a space where you're basically running out of air. And
like what if she woke up at night?
Yeah, you were alive just to die
during the wake.
Yeah. That's scary.
That would have been way worse.
What if I faked my death? Right, because
then the coffin
you didn't give me
in handy.
Right,
I told you you're gonna get 2 uses out of it.
What if I didn't feel validated in our friendship anymore, and you missed 2 podcast episodes that we had to record, right? And I'm like, you know what? To teach you a lesson, I'm gonna fake my death.
You're really counting on me going to your funeral?
No, because I don't think my wife has your number, so she probably wouldn't.
She wouldn't even know how to contact you.
Yeah, exactly. My funeral is going to be very, very sad because there's going to be a limited number of people because she doesn't know all my friends are.
Do you have your funeral planned out, like what you want for your funeral? You just had a near-death experience. Have you thought about that?
So I've been thinking about it. We haven't really gone far into detail. We need to make all those plans and all that. I think it's kind of dumb for me to think this, but I think I'm waiting till we're actually certified married to then make, because like technically if I do die, I mean I could have a will and all that, but if I do die, she basically has no say in funerals.
That's true.
Yeah, so she has no end of life decisions or nothing like that.
Yeah.
So that's maybe why I'm kind of trying to wait till like when we're actually certified to then maybe make those plans, which is dumb because
you should probably just do it now.
Yeah, right. But I have told her that I don't want a fancy funeral. I'm dead. Like
Yeah.
I don't want none of that shit. My ideal funeral, my ideal thing is when I pass away, I don't want a $20,000, $30,000 casket. I don't want the fancy ones and nothing like that, you know, because like I don't live that way now. You know, I don't live all blingy, showing off or nothing like that. So I don't want to be dead with a really extravagant thing that I'm gonna rot in. You know, the one thing I do want though is I think it's pretty cool is I want a biodegradable casket.
Oh, I seen those.
Yeah. That's something I really, really want.
Well, that's good. It's good for the environment. It's good for the earth.
Right. I just want to.
You'll rot faster.
Yes. I just want to rot and be one with nature. Like, you know, and then just plant a tree on me. And then like that would be the constant reminder, you know, of like that this tree is where I'm at. Like I am the tree.
Yeah.
You know, like, and then next thing you know, like lightning hits me and I catch on fire and
Your tree
now
dies.
I'm actually dead. You know, exactly. So that's she knows that much. You know, like that's the extent that I've gone to where I don't want. I technically don't want my funeral to be sad. You know, it's a sad day. You know, I'm not gonna be here. You guys are not gonna see me anymore. It's technically a sad day. You know, but I don't want it to be sad. You know, that's just.
Well, I subscribe to the idea that they say that
subscribe, by the way, guys. Subscribe. Hit the like.
Subscribe to this as well as to the idea that funerals are for the living. They're not for the dead.
Yes.
So you can do whatever you want. So that's what I told my wife. I'm dead. What do I care?
Right.
You know, do whatever you want. But if I had to pick, if I have to choose as to what I actually want for my body, that's all it is. It's just a body at that point. I don't know. Donate it to science. Give my eyes, my hair, my skin, everything away. Somebody out there is a burn victim that's probably my complexion. Give it to them. Somebody out there needs my eyes. Give it to them. Somebody out there needs anything I got. Give it to them.
Now,
throw away the rest because none of it actually mattered.
Now, if you do this though, basically you're gonna have a closed casket funeral.
That's fine.
Like you wouldn't.
I don't care
because you know how people like usually have like, you know, an open casket, you know, to see you one last time. I think I don't know. I'm kind of like, I guess to me, like, I just want to be seen one last time, I guess, you know, or at least the option of like, you know, people like seeing me for the last time.
Yeah.
You know, so like if you were a donor of skin and all that right there, you know, technically if your organs and not your skin, whatever, by your organs, you still be fine, you know, but like your skin.
Yeah, like let's say I get into a car accident, I'm this age. There's still some pretty good parts left.
A young 22-year-old.
Yeah, there's still some good parts left. Give it all away.
Can I have the penis?
Keep it.
All right.
You know, I'll give some of it to you, some of it my wife keeps. There's plenty for both. And so no, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I told my wife. I was like, I don't really care. If you want to have a funeral for me, I mean, that's up to you. You don't have to have a funeral for me, but if that's something you wanted to do, go for it. You know, if I die young and my mom is still alive, then yeah, she's probably gonna want to do like a funeral. But if I die a little older and my mom's no longer here, fucking difference to me.
Right. I mean, like, it's a hard topic to discuss that needs to be discussed, but
dude, it makes my wife cry every time.
That's
every time.
Because it's a hard topic. Like, you don't want to think about your demise. You don't want to think about.
Oh, it's true, fair. But to me, it's like, it's one of those things that's inevitable. It's gonna happen, so you kind of just got to get it out of the way.
To me, I'm basically the same way. It's gonna happen. We're all gonna die.
Yeah.
Right? I've come to accept that fact that one of these days I'm no longer gonna be here. But in the back of my mind, as soon as I start thinking that, I'm like, oh, shit, my children, like my kids, like,
oh,
and then
I mean, they'll miss me for sure. Right. 'Cause I'm a lot of fun.
But then like, like no, just to me, like I'm okay with it, with the idea of basically not being here anymore because it happens.
Yeah.
Right. But then, just as soon as I start thinking about my kids, like I get snapped back to reality. I'm like, oh shit, now I'm sad. You know, like.
Next, I'm gonna sell you some life insurance, and that's how they get you.
Boom, there you go. Like, so
they get you talking about your kids and you dying, and next thing you know, you're buying life insurance like a chump.
Do you want to put in your offer code right now? Use code Mario10 to save 10%.
No, we actually do have life insurance though. They got me.
Did they?
They got me. I was like, all right, life insurance. Fuck it.
Well, I mean, life insurance is good.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
It's an extra insurance.
Yeah.
You know, to have just in case. You know, so it's not bad.
And it's something that we got once we decided that we wanted to purchase a home.
Oh, okay.
You know, because it's like if I die, then my wife was gonna be left paying everything by herself.
Right.
You know, so this way, if I do die, well,
and now she makes more money than you, and now she's gonna be like, hey, do you want to die yet? You know, like, what's going on?
She's like,
you
what's taking you so long?
Right. Like I got to pay this mortgage off. Like, come on. I'm not getting any younger.
Let's get this quick.
Yeah, exactly. Here's a revolver. Accidentally wake up. You know, think there's an intruder in the house.
but yeah, I mean, ultimately, I don't really care about a funeral and whether or not people show up or who goes. I know there are a lot of people who care, though.
Yes. Now, if you were invited to a funeral of a person that you were probably good friends with or a relative, and you go just to find out the funeral was fake, how would you feel?
I'd be pissed.
Would you be pissed?
Like, seriously, very upset.
Now, what if you found out?
Angry.
Now, what if you find out that this fake funeral...
You owe me a dead body.
You're getting your dead body one way or another. Now, what if you find out that this funeral, to add more, like, insult to injury, is from a TikToker?
Ugh.
Sky News. Sky News. TikToker fakes his own death to find out who cares and then shows up at the funeral. Dude.
Disgusting.
Yes. To spread the news of the man's death, one of his children took to social media and wrote a tribute to her father. Many family and friends turned up at the funeral, but were shocked to see the TikToker alive and well.
Well, he has piece of shit kids too.
Right? Those little assholes. Like... David Barrington, 45, and his wife, his wife was in it also.
Jesus, there was a whole family.
Well, then again, I would assume they'd be in it because you're the dad and you're dead. So
yeah, that's true. They'd have to be a part of it.
It's generational assholeness.
But that whole family is just dicks.
Apparently. So his wife and children decided to prank friends and family members to find out what they really thought about him. To spread the news, Mr. Barton's death, well, I kind of technically already read that. She wrote, "Rest in peace, Daddy. I will never stop thinking about you." Quote, "Why is life unfair? Why you? You were going to be a grandfather and you still had your whole life ahead of you." This is still quote. "I love you. We love you. We will never forget you." The funeral, which was staged last weekend near the city of Liege, I think. Maybe, was attended by many friends and family members dressed in black. Everyone was waiting for the ceremony to begin, but, and he did it at least in style. But instead, they were met by a landing helicopter.
This is like a rich dude?
Apparently. In the video posted on Facebook, TikTok, by a funeral attendee, Mr. Barton stepped out of the helicopter alongside a camera crew. Oh my God, this is just making me mad. And was then greeted by mourners. Some of the Burton's family and friends were seen running up to him in a footage amid an emotional... Dude, I can smell the freaking mango chili. Like
I can smell your coffee. I'm like, hey, that coffee scent smells good.
But there's a difference, though, is that you can drink this. I can't drink that. Anyways, in the footage, amid emotional exchanges, while others remain confused and perplexed in the car park.
Yep.
Parking lot? Why car park?
They must be European.
Damn Europeans. According to the Times, the TikToker said that he faked his death to see how his wider family would react, and said that he felt unappreciated by them. Okay, so this is dumb because it's your wider extended family.
You're unappreciated because you're an asshole.
Yes, and like, first of all, I don't know about you. I'm only talking on my behalf. Like, I really have no family other than my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, and then like, my brother's kids, wife, my wife's family. I tend to consider them family as well too. That's basically all I got here.
Yeah.
I really, my cousins are in Mexico, Texas, other parts of the United States.
Yeah, same.
I have no family basically around me.
Yeah.
So I don't keep contact with them, because technically I never grew up with cousins. I have cousins. I just never talk to them.
Well, if you want a way to get in touch with your cousins, boy, do I got the plan for you.
They still wouldn't show up.
They wouldn't show up to your funeral.
Yeah, so this is...
Maybe you're the asshole.
That's fine. As long as I know I'm the asshole and I accept I'm the asshole, that's fine.
The best way to do it.
Yeah, so dude, you feel unappreciated by them. So you do this bullshittery that now makes you even more unappreciable.
Yeah.
You know?
So here's the thing. They throw that word around a lot.
Let me just finish this off real quick because it's almost done. He added, "What I see in my family often hurts me. I never get invited to anything. Nobody sees me." Dude, this is literally Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer that just wanted to play and nobody wanted to play with him. Oh man. We all grew apart. I felt unappreciated. Again. That's why I wanted to give them a life lesson and show them that you shouldn't wait until somebody is dead to meet up with them. Mr. Burton, also known as, I'm not gonna say that because I'm not gonna give you any clout. If you wanna check it out, link in the description. Claims some loved ones have been reaching out to him since the prank, adding it, quote, proves who really cares about me. Those who didn't come did contact me to meet up. So in a way, I did win. Bro, he still makes it about him. Fuck? He's like, I want to, dude.
Well, I mean, of course it's about him. It's his funeral, but so the thing that's kind of ticking me off here is
kinda.
This is the biggest narcissistic behavior I've ever seen, because a lot of people like to call people narcissists. They're not using the word right.
Narcissistic Cannibal by Korn. Look at that song up. You're
song.
Welcome.
But yeah, a lot of people throw that word around without actually realizing what it means.
Right.
This is a perfect example.
And I love how he wanted to use I wanted to teach them a lesson, because, which is true. Don't wait for somebody to pass away to show gratitude towards them. But then again, also
you guilt them while you're alive.
Also, don't be that person where you want like every single day somebody to contact you because, oh, I miss you.
Yeah.
We do a podcast together. I see you twice a week. All right. One time during work hours and the other time to do the podcast.
Yeah. So we only see each other about 8 hours a week. Tops.
Right. And usually that's seven of those hours is during work.
Yeah.
So like and then to think that you won. This is a lesson nobody asked for, right? You think you're okay. If you're the one that thinks that nobody is contacting you, you feel unappreciated, maybe you should be the one contacting them.
Yeah, like instead of reflecting on that and asking yourself, why does no one like me? He was like, well, I'll teach them not to like me. It's
hard to believe this, but people have their own lives to live.
Yeah, this guy is, like I said, this is what real, true narcissism looks like.
Right, exactly. Like with my parents, right? We don't live in the same town. Mm-hmm. Right. If I want to go see them, I basically had to coordinate with them to make time, because they work, I work, and they work in the afternoon, nighttime. So basically, when I get out of work, they're barely going into work.
Right.
So when I have my days off, they're sleeping. During the day. So it's very hard. It's very hard for me to like spend time with my mom and dad because of our schedules.
Right.
But at least what I do, if not every day, it's every other day, I always video chat my mom or my dad.
Yeah.
Always, just to show them the kids, and like just to have a little bit of just to talk to them,
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not even a lot. Sometimes it's like maybe 3 minutes, 5 minutes, Sometimes you go for 30 minutes. Just depends, But that's how I do my part in like reaching out to my parents. This dude can do the same thing. If you're really feeling that lonely and your wider family, which technically, unless you grew up being close to them, already don't really need you don't have that close of a relationship anyways.
Like, think about what an extended family actually looks like. If you spent let's say max 10 minutes on each person per day, that's an insane amount of time to spend talking to a bunch of different people.
Right.
Because you think about an extended family, like for me, if I talk, I live with my wife and kids, so I don't need to talk to them, right? But I got my mom, I got 3 sisters, oops, and then my brother.
2 sisters, the other one's disowned.
And then
she didn't buy you a gift for your birthday.
No, she didn't. And then if I talk to, let's say if I did talk to them, so that's already 5. If I did talk to any of my cousins, Well, fuck, dude. I mean, one aunt had like 12 kids.
Right.
I'm not going to spend 120 minutes talking to those. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah.
If there's a wedding, I'll see you there.
Right.
If there's a funeral, I'll see you there.
And maybe just coordinate with everybody, send them a message or whatever. Be like, hey, we're going to have this gathering, this family reunion. You guys can show up. You know, like,
every now and again, I'll like your Facebook post.
Right. You don't have to be constantly in contact with everybody because, like, I have my brother and I have my sister. I don't talk to them every single day.
Yeah.
You know, there's sometimes that I go like almost 2 to 3 weeks without talking to my sister. You know, like
that's it. Those are rookie numbers.
Well, because she always hits me up, and it's usually about Pokemon Go. You know, because we play. You know, so like obviously I love my brother and I love my sister. You know, but like it's a different kind of relationship than you have with your parents. You know, like it's just. We talk sometimes, like we'll hang out or whatever like that, but just to fake your own death to prove a point, but then you feel like you won, and then on top of that, you have to put it on TikTok.
Yeah,
like there's and maybe I just wanted to show the lesson off to everybody, you know, that blah blah blah, you know, don't wait till they're dead.
Like
no, that's bullshit,
he thinks
bro.
he did something real.
Yes,
like as if we all already didn't know that. And guess what? Your family knows that too, and there's a reason they don't talk to you. This is the reason they don't talk to you.
Do better, be better, get off of TikTok, follow our TikTok.
Yeah, we're much less narcissistic.
And we won't fake our funeral for views at least for another week.
Yeah.
So get those numbers up and
like, don't reach 1 million subscribers. That's what I'm gonna have to do.
You're gonna go to the extent where even your boss knows, so you get that week off also?
I'm gonna accidentally shoot myself.
In the foot.
Die, and then come back to life during my wake because it's a fake funeral.
At least he could have done that. Like, you know, be in the casket and then be like, oh, you know, oh, I'm alive. Oh, and then Undertaker your way out of it.
No,
you know?
That's a stunt.
Yes. You know, at least if you're going to fake your death to prove a point, at least don't fly in with a helicopter. You know, just Undertaker your way out of the coffin, look at them, and then be like, just look at them and be like, just like that. Just send a message like that. You know?
Yeah, this guy really
and
did
don't
not
post
have
it on TikTok.
attention.
Just don't post it on TikTok. Like, and it's funny because it's probably gonna go on TikTok right now, what I'm talking about. Yeah. But I don't do this. This story pisses me off. Like the level of just narcissism that this dude, like, I'm literally mad about this. Like,
what a dickhole.
Yeah, like, oh my God.
Like, we're probably, why are his family members even happy to see him? Like if my second cousin twice removed did that shit, I'd be like, why are you here?
Okay, first of all,
like, you should be dead. Like first of all, somebody owes me a fucking body.
If my brother and my sister did that just to try to prove a point, I'm not talking to you for at least minimum of 5 years.
Yeah.
You know,
you're practically dead to me.
Yeah, literally. You know, because you made me run through all these emotions thinking that somebody that I knew for all my life, like, you know, had this bond with, died, and I'm going through the emotions because I have a family. I can't make time to be with you. Yes, I regret not having that more time to be with you, and then you pull this shit on me.
Yeah.
You know, no, minimum 5 years. At least 5 years, and or do what those people in the movies do, where they chop off their pinky and give it to you as a gift. You know, as a I'm sorry for I messed up.
There you go. Now I'll accept your apology.
Now I will, guys. Thank you for watching this episode of the Slightly Off Topic podcast. Once again, it is me, Demonic, with Mario, signing out. Peace.
Peace.